Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are we today? I really hope you're doing what you can to stay strong throughout these tough times. But of course, we are back again with another freaking video. And this one's a rather interesting one because I've had several people reach out to me and say, Madzie, I think your videos have really made an impact simply because since your videos have become a thing, I guess, there's been some changes from Learning to Be Fearless's behavior. But of course, before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, include every single person that is a subscriber so far as we continue to freaking grow. But with that being said though, let me head over to this interesting post that Miss Alexandra Rodriguez made. Hi guys. So I know a lot of you are wondering why I haven't been posting on this page. I created this page originally because I felt like my main Instagram didn't feel like a place to post this kind of content. Healthier, or in brackets, in brackets, healthier recipes and fitness, etc. Now that I've kind of rebranded my main page to be more inclusive to all aspects of my life, I've been sharing some of these things over that feed/stories. I've loved this page so much, but I feel ready to just have all my content in one place now. For content in 2021, I just want to follow my heart and share what feels right. Some things are meant for just me, not always on camera. As for my health journey, I'm still loving cooking the healthier alternative recipes and loving working on my fitness. It's all love, baby. Thank you guys for the support. Here. It has meant so much. If you still want to follow any of my life, it will be on my main page. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this real quick. So when I have these various messages, someone said to me that, or one of them anyway, at least said to me that I believe that you've now made a rather positive impact on Miss Alexandra Rodriguez in terms of the fact that she is now looking to rebrand and maybe she's looking to do things differently, so maybe she doesn't continue to offend other people. So of course, the fact that someone is out there and they are believing that there's some positive that is now being given out towards me, that there is now a positive outcome, which is what we all wanted anyway. 100%, I'm going to praise Miss Alexandra Rodriguez for rethinking her strategies and potentially rebranding herself. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that myself or anyone that's been affected over the last couple of years is just going to forget, and most importantly, just forgive just like that. So of course, we got to keep it 100 regardless. And one thing that I want to start off by saying is that I really do hope this is the first step, the first baby step into the right direction of Miss Alexandra Rodriguez potentially being more honest within her content. But of course, at the same time, I know there's a lot of people out there who are still going to want her to be held accountable, or at least for herself to own up to accountability for some of the things that she has done over the years, such as sponsoring items that she hasn't even tried properly, sponsoring items that she then goes and sells, sponsoring items and then people never even see again, while people go and use their money to buy those items and then find that those items that she spoke highly for wasn't even that great, and they were only spoken highly for purely because it was a sponsor, and that meant it was money in her bank account, which obviously understandably we can respect to understand that she got her hustle. But at the same time, obviously viewers want a honest hustle, not a hustle that's just like, hey guys, buy this. So of course there's still people out there who are going to be looking for some form of, I don't know if it's an apology, but I feel like some people are going to be looking for at least a change in content when it comes to the stuff that she advertised, to see that over time she really is genuine about what she's talking about when she is sponsoring things, and she really is going to use them moving forward. And then also on top of that, we can go back to the whole situation with her body transformation. Now, obviously, a lot of people definitely was not offended or did not feel a certain type of way just because she was gaining weight per se. People just felt betrayed the fact that she was gaining weight, but of course, somehow, some way, her stomach just completely disappeared. Now, obviously, whether or not people are ever going to get the truth about what really happened, I don't know. But of course, I can understand that at the same time, that is something that a lot of people are still going to want to hear from her own mouth, to hear what she has to say, you know what I mean? And taking whatever reason she has for not opening up in the first place, give or take that she did obviously have a surgery, because right now it is all assumptions, right? Even though our eyes tell us that it's a fact. But either way, I believe that this could be potentially the right step in the right direction. But of course, at the same time, I know there's people that's going to nitpick on this message and look at certain things and say, but I've heard that before. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I completely understand if people do that. And to be fair with you, is it then called nitpicking? Not necessarily, because if you're used to hearing the same old thing, after a while, you're just going to be like, I've heard that before. I don't know if you're really going to change. Really? You know what I mean? And to be fair, given the fact that, here's the thing. Let's go back over to the post real quick, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, she obviously speaks about how she's now rebranding, which is something that I already spoke about in a previous video. So we won't cover the rebranding too much now anyway. But obviously, if you don't know what was said beforehand, please go check out the videos, obviously, where I spoke about the whole rebranding situation. But I'm just glad to see that she's now come up to own. I'm just glad she's come out to admit that she is now kind of rebranding, which is quite interesting, because that kind of does leave it very open to what content we are going to continue to see from her and what content that we maybe will not see from her anymore. Now, obviously, at the same time, people, ladies and gentlemen, she also speaks about how I've loved this page so much, but I feel ready. But I feel ready to just have it all, to have all my content in one place for now. Which means, of course, just because she was doing certain things on that page, it doesn't mean it's stopping. It's moving onto another page, which is fine. But of course, anything that is moved over from one page to another, people are still going to remember the things that happened on the previous one. So people will still be looking for, a dramatic change within that move itself. Anyway, let's keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, obviously, of course, at the same time, she speaks about I want to follow my heart, share what feels right. Obviously, when you say she shares what feels right, of course, people are looking for her to be completely honest about anything that she does share or promote from this moment in time. Because may I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, no one has an issue with her promoting anything. No one has an issue with her sponsoring things all the time. That is not the case. It's just the fact is, these are things that are promoted and sponsored, but they're not things that people have been under the. It's not. These are things that people have now grown to believe that are not. People have grown to believe that the things that she does sponsor aren't legit to herself, you know what I mean? So the fact that she talks about it feels right, people are going to want to see that put into play, So whenever she does any kind of advertisement, people want to feel and see on a long-term basis that this person really is not messing about with this product that she's obviously advertising, you know what I mean? So obviously, listen, you get the gist, right? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm losing my words a little bit, what can I say? And of course, at the same time, she does speak about obviously things are meant for just me and not always on camera. Now, of course, at the same time, we don't know what necessarily that's going to be about, but of course, whatever's on camera is what's always going to matter the most, because those are the things people want to give a judgment of when it comes to herself in particular. Now, of course, at the same time, we cannot ignore that when it comes to rebranding, it also means going into a new market as well, potentially of obviously getting new subscribers and getting new followers. And at the same time, I understand some people may be like, I don't know if she's just trying to divert so she can get new loyal followers elsewhere and kind of keep it moving as if all the things that's happened over the last couple years hasn't happened. And the reason why I say that is because it's been evident that there's been a lot of videos on her page that have been deleted, obviously throughout obviously the last couple of days or weeks, whatever. So the fact that they've been deleted obviously does still raise the question of, okay, are you rebranding because you're trying to fix the wrongs, or are you rebranding because you're trying to find a new market because you kind of just screw this one over and you don't really care to be accountable for it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we won't know until obviously what we won't know for a while, of course, obviously as she continues to upload obviously on a YouTube as well as her Instagram. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which way this is gonna go, but one thing that I can say is that at least we can see that there's been a change, okay? And that's the main thing, when it comes to holding people accountable, we want to see some form of change, and right now we can see a bright light. It might be tiny, but we can only hope and pray that this bright light goes in the right direction and it keeps on, expanding. And obviously, you know what I mean? But obviously, if it doesn't, then I guess, to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter if she goes into a new direction of gaining new subscribers or new followers, because to be honest with you, all the people that have been hurt will still continue to follow her wherever she goes to make sure that they troll her. So therefore, she cannot succeed in whatever new rebranding that she's going to be doing anyway. You know what I mean? I said it before that, listen, the people that are here, the ones that help you build your empire, and those are the same people that can also help take down your empire as well. So to be honest with you, I really hope that this is a step in the right direction, and also there are going to be certain things that she may say, hey guys, okay, it's the time to be honest. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Let bygones be bygones. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, but apart from that as well, I was also sent some screenshots of some new equipment that Alexandra has. And as you can see, she has a treadmill in her house. Stepping up our stepping up our at-home gym game. Okay, obviously she's now got a treadmill, and only she got a treadmill, but she's got 2 treadmills, which means surely, obviously this means that her and Yaman ideally would be working out together more and more often, if anything. Now, whether that be documented, we won't know until we see it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know there's some people that might want to flip the script and say, well, maybe Yaman wanted to get a treadmill because obviously we all know he's all about that life in terms of the running up hills and downhills, all that kind of stuff. So some people might twist it and say, hey, I don't know if I'm going to believe this. Maybe she just put a 2 in there just so it looks like she's going to be working out of her husband, purely because there's been videos in the past that I have called out the fact that her husband does not work out of her, or at least doesn't, help her with her form, because a lot of her form and a lot of the things is very unstable, you know what I mean? So who knows what this means, but either way, I'm going to take the bright side of it, and I'm going to say that maybe these two have had a serious discussion together, and maybe they now plan on actually maybe they sat down and said, you know what, let's actually work out together. Let's do a plan. Let's set a target, you know what I mean? Let's work as a team. Let's work like a husband and wife the way we're supposed to. I don't know if that's the case, but I really hope that could be the case. But either way, we won't know nothing until it is obviously advertised to us. And if it's never advertised to us, that's fine, because at the end of the day, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make sure you look after yourself. And really and truly, if Alex decides to never upload any kind of fitness content again, listen, I'm all for it, because I'm all for it as long as she's behind the scenes actually looking after her health properly. Because obviously at the end of the day, she may talk about, let's go back to this post itself in particular, to be honest with you, she may talk about still loving cooking healthy alternative recipes, and let's be honest, those healthy alternative recipes have been the problem. Those are the things that we've seen from year in, year out, that have been the domino effect towards her weight gain, you know what I mean? And really and truly, I can only hope whatever these alternatives are better than the ones that were there beforehand, if you dig what I'm saying. Only for the benefit of our own health, of course. But I guess end of the day, we won't know this until we kind of see the visual change within her figure throughout the next couple of months. Let's say, I wouldn't say weeks, I mean, that's a bit too, next couple of months, you know what I mean? But anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give me your opinion on the situation at hand. What do you think? Do you think that this is a step in the right direction? Is she taking baby steps? Or on the flip side, do you think she's trying to rebrand just so she can tap into a newer market, and therefore not really be held and not really kind of hold herself accountable for any damage that she's made to other people's lives? You let me know what you think at the same time, but I can only really hope and wish that maybe she's going into a new direction that is for the greater good of everyone that's already on the channel, not just people that's going to come. Because at the end of the day, it is clear and evident that the videos have made some form of impact, as well as other videos from other creators as well. Let's not forget them too. Okay, come on, guys. But with that being said, though, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see what you lovelies have to say in the comment section. Peace. Bye.